Hey, how's it going? You just clicked on another Out of the Hat Gaming video. Thank you for clicking here, and today we're going to take a look at 10 really messed up missions of Bully. These missions on the surface don't really seem all that bad, but the more you think about it, the more you realize that a 15-year-old boy should not be doing this type of stuff. For those of you that have never played Bully before, here's a quick lowdown. You take up the role as Jimmy Hopkins, a 15-year-old boy whose mom pretty much dumps him at a private school while she goes on her honeymoon. But that is basically how this game starts, but right now we are going to get right into this list. Starting it off at number 10, Hattrick vs. Galloway. This isn't exactly a quote bad mission, but it's just that your intro to Mr. Galloway, the English teacher. Mr. Galloway is the drunk, and Mr. Hattrick, who is the math teacher, catches him with a bottle of alcohol and threatens to get him fired. Now the messed up part of this mission is that Jimmy is now tasked with going around the school and find all of Galloway's alcohol stashes, and take them to Miss Phillips, who is a love interest of Galloway. Now, as said earlier, Jimmy is a 15-year-old boy, so you can imagine him going to hide a drunken teacher's alcohol stash is pretty unethical. So now we are going to move down to number 9, Last Minute Shopping. Again, this one isn't really a bad mission, but it is the first time you get to meet the cook of Bullworth. And what an intro indeed.
Nice!
Shut up, kid! It adds flavor to it!
The reason I added this to the list is because you can see she is disgusting. And to make matters worse, when you get back with the meat that you have to get, it expires by midnight, but she says that it will last for a month. I would not let her cook my food.
You better use that meat soon. The clerk said it expires at midnight.
Nonsense! There are no fuzzy eaters at Bullworth. It'll last for a month!
Our number 8 spot is Here's to You, Miss Phillips. This one again isn't really bad, it's just miscommunication on Jimmy's part, and also it is kind of weird. Miss Phillips, who is also the art and photography teacher, tasks Jimmy with going into town to get a few things for her because she has got a date this evening. And Jimmy is under the assumption that this date is with him.
Is this legal?
Of course it's legal.
No, it's actually very far from legal, but lucky for us, it was all just assumptions on Jimmy's part because she's actually going on a date with Mr. Galloway. But on to number 7, Discreet Deliveries. So in this one, you have to go to Dr. Watts' room, and he tasks you with something that is a little bit odd for a 15-year-old to be doing. First of all, Dr. Watts is the chemistry teacher, and at the beginning, he seems a little bit weird, almost like he's hallucinating.
Get away, foul vision of hell!
Sir, you sent for me?
Death stalks me, but I've seen the light. I know you're not there, devil!
Dr. Watts, sir, it's Hopkins. It's me, not the devil. He couldn't make it.
Now with what I showed you in mind, picture Jimmy going around town to deliver packages in the middle of the night. If your mind goes where mine usually goes, you can imagine that he's probably delivering drugs or something. The first delivery that he makes, the guy does look like another professor, a lot like Dr. Watts, but the others look like a bunch of junkies, so you can imagine why my mind goes to where it goes. This is a Rockstar game after all. Now moving to number 6, Revenge on Mr. Burton. This mission is pretty crappy, pun completely intended. Near the end of the game, you get to meet Zoe. She's a girl that becomes a love interest of Jimmy. The premise of this mission is that you have to do what the title says and get revenge on Mr. Burton. Mr. Burton, who is the gym teacher, I guess, was making some pretty creepy passes at Zoe when she went to Bullworth once. And how do they pay Mr. Burton back? By getting him to go into a porta-john and, well...
Oh my God! Corn! I didn't have corn for dinner! Oh, this is awful! Oh, yuck! God damn, I stink! I'm gonna have to shower for days with bleach! This is worse than when I got hazed!
And now to number 5, Glass House. This one is basically another Mr. Galloway versus Mr. Hattrick yet again. Galloway is a drunk as established previously, and Hattrick is spreading all kinds of rumors about Galloway being a drunk and that he is irresponsible, so we have to get revenge on Hattrick for no apparent reason. No real reason, I guess, because Hattrick is actually correct about all of this. But we do find out in a later mission that Hattrick is no saint either, because he's actually selling test answers to rich kids. So that eventually gets him fired, but that's not what this mission is about. That's actually pretty far into the future. But on with this messed up mission, we basically have to go to his house and smash everything up. We basically have to vandalize for a drunk. I guess this one probably could have gone a little bit lower on this list, but I consider this one pretty messed up. Now moving on to number 4, Paparazzi. In this mission, you are tasked by Ernest, who is the leader of the nerds, to sneak into the girls' dorm and get inappropriate photos of a fellow classmate, Mandy. Yeah, just a quick little reminder, she is 15 years old. Do you feel dirty yet? Because I kind of do. Now on to number 3, where things are going to start getting a little bit juicier, Cook's crush. Basically, the cook of the school is about to go on a date with Dr. Watts.
The chemistry teacher?
I don't know what it is about that guy, but every time I get a look at his bald head and manic eyes, I go all gooey inside.
Okay, that's enough information, thanks.
Yeah, it's true. Love is blind.
I sure hope so.
Jimmy's comment at the end always makes me laugh. But what you have to do in this mission is you have to go and pick up some stuff so that the cook can go on her date. But Dr. Watts doesn't actually know that they are going on a date, which is very odd. And the stuff she has to pick up is pretty menial, like some perfume, some candy, and oh yeah, some sedatives. So you can imagine what she is planning on doing. So yeah, she is planning on roofing Dr. Watts. If you listen really closely, you might be able to hear the start to the whole Me Too mob. Now on to number 2, which is directly after Cook's crush, we go to Cook's date. This mission is relatively simple. All you have to do is make sure the cook and Dr. Watts doesn't get disturbed on their date, all the way until the end when you hear this.
Your coffee is getting cold, Watsy.
Why are you wasting your time with that?
Oh, it's good stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're a scientist. It must be the fumes from the lab.
Yeah, that's probably it. Have some more coffee.
Feeling not good. Oh, I better go. Oh no! The visions are back! Get back, foul fiends!
Oh, come on, gorgeous. It's about time I show you what I know about chemistry. And a little biology.
Yep, she roofied him. Now let's move on. And finally at number 1, this is probably the worst mission that I could possibly think of, Panty Raid. Remember when I said at number 6 that Mr. Burton was creepy? This is why. He basically tasks Jimmy with going into the girls' dorm room to get all of the dirty laundry, because apparently he's got too much stuff to do and he couldn't do it. Probably because he didn't want to go to prison. So yeah, Mr. Burton is more than creepy, he is most likely a pedophile. And that is my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, do what you always do and like this video and subscribe if you are new. I will have another bully video up next week, and I hope you enjoy this new game that I have decided to feature on my channel. And let me know in the comments if you enjoy my countdown videos, because I'm hoping to bring more. So until then, bye.
What's your problem, man?
Get up, Brooklyn. Come on, man. Come on. Get back here. How'd you like this, freak? Here goes this one.
You are so annoying!